What is going on, guys? My name is Brassby, and welcome back to Sonic Frontiers. Man, I need to be playing this game right now. I've taken a break and eaten, so I've got a full stomach and renewed, rejuvenated mind because, dang, bro, I was getting angry because I just got done recording Sonic Colors for almost 2 freaking hours because I'm that cooked at the game, apparently. But anyway, we're back. Ouranos Island, obviously. Ouranos Island is the biggest island, so it's probably going to take us a good bit to get everything done. And if anything, we're going to be here probably longer than Chaos, I think. Because now that I've really thought about it, and now that I've actually done a good amount of videos, it might also be because my old series I would actually go above 30 minutes, but I'm kind of just kind of keeping it into sections. But if I would have went like that, or just done it by, I really, when I made this series or remade Sonic Frontiers or decided to redo it, one of the biggest things for me going into it was how long do I want to make these videos? Because it's I don't mind doing the the longer content, but my thing with the longer content is that okay, so yellow goes first. I love doing it, but with Sonic, I kind of like to keep it shorter, But at the same time, I was like, Sonic Frontiers is a drastically different game, compared to its counterparts. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, actually, it might be better if we... Boom. Okay, yeah. 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. Oh. Yeah, there we go. I think this is it. And you can't see this, but I guess this is the... Yep, got it. All right, cool. It's a longer experience because it's not like other Sonic games, because not only is the game just longer because you're doing a lot of open world exploration and whatnot, and this open world is great. It, like I said, it's something that I've always wanted and for Sonic games for a long time. So I really like it. But it also makes for drastically different content. So when it comes to Sonic Frontiers specifically and recording for it, I, especially before I started the series, I really had to sit down and kind of just contemplate how I was going to go about the style of content for it. What is this? Oh, I think this is that stupid... I'm not even going to mess with it. When it came to the style of content that I wanted for Sonic Frontiers, it was really hard to think about it, because it's man, this game is so different from all the other games. It's open world. There's a lot more that you can consume and put yourself into when it comes to this game, which is a great thing. And I think that's also says something about it. As the game isn't perfect, we all know this, and it's something that everybody has said and repeated, but I think that in turn still puts into perspective when you think about it from a video standpoint, and just how many videos you have to make on it, especially for a playthrough, how much content is already here, is already present in the game. It really puts that into perspective. Where am I going? That way. Okay. It really puts it into perspective. Even then, look at this. So while I'm not... I love boosting around, because boosting around is super fun. But even when you're not boosting around, you're just running, with Sonic, just, chilling out, just doing his normal speed. He still runs at a pretty normal speed. And I remember a lot of people were when we saw the footage, we're like, oh, Sonic is slow and stuff like that. Getting mad. I'm like, yeah, he's just jogging. Bro, chill out, But Sonic fans will be Sonic fans, That's how it is all the time. But it just kind of puts into perspective, this place is huge. And not only is this place just huge, but SEGA actually tried with this game. And that makes me happy, you know, to see, because it's like, even now, look at this. Like, this is just some water, right? And we know that Sonic games have always graphically looked really good. It's like, but this is some water. But like, this is just a nice little place that, like, when you're running around as Sonic, you know, and the boost with the boosting, it's like you might pass by and you won't even really see it. But when you put it in perspective, like, dang, this game is so beautiful. Just running around, jogging. Like, there are times where I will just stop running fast and just kind of play. You know, like, just slow down and enjoy the scenery, you know? Like, there's something so nice about that, bruh. I did all that and I missed. I'm so cooked. Hold on, let me just go back real quick. Go back. Bow. And boom. There we go. Alright, let's take down the silver hammer again. Then there we go. Easy. Look at that. Silver Hammer didn't have nothing on me. He thought he did, but he didn't. But yeah, like look at this. Like, it's raining now, and that's another thing. Like, you kind of forget that it rains in this game. There's weather, you know, and it's like, it's just this is such a cool game, man. And it's really telling of just, you know, I think that the praise that it got, it definitely deserves, especially when you slow down to kind of take in everything. SEGA really was determined to make things right after Forces and, you know, some other games that some other people might think is mediocre, but me personally, I like. So it's like, you know, it's just a little different for me, but it's like SEGA really was determined to make things, like, rectify everything that had happened and make things right, and I admire them for that. And I think in a way that kind of I know SEGA isn't the perfect company. I'm not trying to say that they are, but in a way that has kind of renewed my trust for them. In a way, I feel like in a world of games that aren't being completed and just being thrown out there, and for the sake of just being thrown out there, SEGA is one of the only other companies that I can really trust. Like, I really enjoyed Spider-Man 2, as y'all know, and we played that on the channel, but, you know, it's come out recently that it was rushed, and you can kind of see that it was rushed a little bit, and that's a shame, because, like, before, we had 2 quality games with Insomniac, with Spider-Man Miles Morales and Spider-Man, PS5 or PS4, and then just the remaster. It's like, so we had a lot of promise with those games, but then Insomniac, you know, and I get it. There's a lot of fans that really want it now, and that puts a lot of pressure on some companies. So I do get that. It's not that I don't get that. And I wouldn't say that Sega's felt that for a long time, but they definitely have felt it for a good while now because of the, you know, the fans, especially when the internet came around. I think they definitely started to feel that even more, you know, even more pressure, and it's pressured them into, you know, rushing out their games, because, like, we know Sonic Team's been rushing games since day one. That's nothing new to us. We know this, but it's like, it's still like, and I wouldn't even say that other companies feel rushed and or pressured. They are just getting it out to get it out, you know, for the sake of getting it out there and letting people play an unfinished game. And I think that's why a lot of people have really turned to indie games, and why me personally, I love indie games and or, you know, niche companies or niche games. And I think that's why I know I mention it quite a little bit in these Sonic videos and they leak in, but I think that's one of the biggest reasons I really like the Italia Ryza games, because it's like, it's such a niche little series, but there's so much quality and detail that goes into those games because it's so small, you know. Not a lot of people are out there looking for that game or rushing for it to come out, and even then, they release a game, almost 3 games yearly, and most of them come out to be really, really quality. And I mean, we're playing the third game on the channel right now, and it's one of my favorite games I think I've ever played. It's just really good, really, really solid. I really like that game. I think it's an amazing game that deserves the praise that I've been giving it. Because, golly, I'd be lying if I said I didn't love that game, you know? There we go. Finally got you. Good. And I need to play Sonic Frontiers, man. Sonic Frontiers is a great, like just calm down game for me, man. Especially after, I wouldn't. So I finished recording for Aquarium Park today for Colors, and man, I was cooked. I cannot tell. It took me 2 hours to get that done, because I have to edit all of that footage down, to, you know, make it perfect. But I just, for the life of me, I couldn't remember where some of these, where some of those things were. It was really, really hard to remember where everything was. And I was like, why can't I find any of this? But now that I remembered, it's all good. And so we're playing this.
You can proceed once you find a way to activate the starting device and power the statue.
Okay.
Sure would have been smoother sailing if we'd been working together from the start, but well, I guess I had to earn your trust first, huh?
Do you know how to activate the starting device?
I figured out everything else up until now, haven't I? Don't sweat it.
So, this is why I started grabbing the Chaos Emerald, so we can unlock this and get the bridge. And then, hopefully, if we have enough time, we'll get every single map piece here. And then I think what we'll do is, before we even collect all the other Chaos Emeralds and stuff, we'll do fishing. So I'll probably do a fishing episode, because I did promise a fishing episode. Even though, because I know we need to, get, yeah. Ugh. There we go. Easy. You just sit there in the middle and you're good to go. I just hate that now that I know, like, all of these hacking minigames, bro, is just so much freaking foreshadowing, and it's so annoying. But there we go. That should be the bridge unlocked. Sorry. Ah! It is allergy season down here, boys and girls. But there we go. But it really is, like, I don't know. And I think that's what I really like about Sonic Frontiers. It's not polarizing in any way, but it's a very different game. It's a very different direction for the series that I feel like the series could have been definitely taking a long time.
We must acquire the Chaos Emeralds with expediency.
Yeah,
Sage. We've run into each other so many times, but I only recently learned your name. You could have told me sooner, you know.
We were enemies. Furthermore, my name holds no meaning.
Sure it does. Eggman named you that for a reason. That means you're important to him.
You think he cares about me?
Sure. In his own way. Hey, time's away. Let's wrap this up.
in his own way. It's crazy. All right, let's get over here finally. But yeah, man, this game is, it's just so solid. I do have a little bit of grievances here and there about it, but for the most part, like, it's a really fun game. It's just fun to run around. I do believe the game could have definitely been, there are things that I definitely want for Sonic Frontiers 2 that I think will make the game even better. You know, like guys, I get the, I will say this, one of the complaints I will definitely agree with, let's get rid of this Sonic model. Let's bring back the long quills, and let's I don't know, there's just something so stale looking about this Sonic model that I just don't really like. Like, I mean, when you get used to it, you get used to it, it's fine, and they look cool with the soap shoes, which is why I've had the soap shoes on for the whole playthrough, because they look cool with the soap shoes, but like, Sega, it's time to retire this Sonic model. Okay, I'll say this. I like that they put the darker blue on it because the lighter blue in Sonic Forces just looked horrible. I did not like that. But but let's get rid of this Sonic model. And the biggest thing, I know why they're doing this. This stance right here. This stance is the exact same stance that he used to do back in the day, the classic Sonic stance, which I get it. They want to appeal to those classic fans ever since Sonic Generations. And that's the thing that I've always found kind of weird about Sega is they do these things that they want to appeal to fans, and you know, because all the fans are drastically different and want something different from the series. And so they always do these things, and then there's always going to be a sect of fans that are going to complain. There's going to be a sect of fans that aren't going to complain. It's all sorry. It's all comes down to that. And it's like the only reason I really would like to get rid of this model is when Sonic's fighting, it looks kind of weird because he just looks really short and stumpy. And as much as I like classic Sonic, putting him back into at the time for classic Sonic, it was cool. But ever since Sonic Adventure and they made Sonic cooler and stuff, this just looks so, especially for modern Sonic, just so boring now, you know? And I think it makes that coolness that Sonic had from Adventure onwards. Even 06 had his version of coolness. It just feels like ever since Lost World, that's kind of died. I'm not gonna lie. I as much as I love Lost World, I will say that I feel like Lost World was kind of the start of the death of like Sonic's like coolness. Like I still think Sonic in general is cool, but man, like just like him looking cool and like him being like, oh, this is why I love this character, and you can like see it, is like just there. And I think that's why I love the Sonic CD opening so much. Is not a single not a single word is spoken in that Sonic CD opening, but man, you can tell everything about Sonic in just that cutscene. And it's phenomenal. It really is. It's amazing how they were able, Toei or Junyo was able to pull that off. Just everything about Sonic in a single cutscene. Just a little cutscene opening intro to show how Sonic got to Little Planet. That's all it is. An opening cutscene to introduce Sonic into Little Planet. And you get this just Sonic that oozes personality. And bro, okay, I'm cooked. Hold on, I'm just gonna retry. You get this version of Sonic that oozes personality and just spunk and coolness. Like he is the embodiment of cool. Like, you know, like he is Sonic the freaking Hedgehog, you know, and you can really feel it in the CD intro, and I think that's why I love it so much. Especially with You Can Do Anything. Like Sonic Boom is great, but I don't know. There's something about Sonic Boom that I feel kind of takes that out of it for me, because I used to always listen to it with Sonic Boom, and then I would switch back to the Japanese soundtrack. Well, then I was like, well, let me give You Can Do Anything a try, and I don't know. I feel like, personally, You Can Do Anything enhances that coolness factor that cutscene gives Sonic. I don't know. That's just me. Like, it feels more like Sonic that way. While You Can Do Anything is great, I don't know. It just, for me, it's all about fitting, I guess. I was gonna say fitness, but that sounds really weird. It's all about the fitting aspect of that cutscene, and to me, it doesn't really fit, you know. And so that's why I think I'm so about it, you know. I still love Sonic Boom. Don't get me wrong. It's really good song, but You Can Do Anything is just better. It really is. And I definitely do think that Sonic has lost his spunk, his cool for a while. Like, dude, they've been using that same freaking Sonic render since 2010, and I'm not gonna lie, that 2010 render of Sonic is cooked, bro. He looks so boring. I love Sonic, but I would be lying if even with me being a known Sonic Adventure 2 hater, I would be lying if I didn't say that the Sonic Adventure 2 artwork and renders look cooler than like the 2010 render of Sonic from Sonic Colors. Like, bro, like he just looks so chopped. It's like bro went to the barber and got a chopped haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like it's so bad. I can't. In a way, I can't really stand it. For me, it's just not it, I guess is the best way to say it. Okay. I'm trying to see what the time is. We definitely missed that one. We're probably going to have to pick up the pace on this one. Let's see. That's right. 203. Okay, not bad. So, alright, let me lock in real quick. I think I can do it. If I don't run into anything, that is. God, those helicopters are so loud, bro. No, oh. That one was kind of my fault. Okay. I'll lock in a second. I was trying to more focus on getting that red star ring, so it kind of did mess me up a little bit, but it is what it is. Alright, we're going to get an A rank, but you know what? We're already past time anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. Never mind, it was a daggum C rank. Alright, I'm going to do this off screen, because obviously I'm not trying to get heated, man. So, yeah, leave it, because the last thing I need to do is get heated again at another daggum Sonic game. This is the third Sonic game I've played today, and I do not need to get heated at this crap. So, leave a like, and sub if you want more. I'll see you guys in the next one.